I'm Mike. This is a sealskin car cover on my F100, and that is a hurricane.
Threat of Nicole tonight.
Nicole. Nicole is now a hurricane.
For anybody new here, underneath the car cover is a 1962 Ford F100. It is not in great shape, but it's got holes in the roof, and I don't want water inside. That's why, car cover. And with the hurricane coming, it's got to stay outside because I have a Mercury Grand Marquis here that is currently in pieces and not able to move. That's going to be the new chassis for that truck. That's the ultimate test right there for if it's going to survive. Big things I'm going to be looking for. Is it going to rip or tear? It has a lifetime warranty for rips and tears. Is it going to keep the truck dry inside? The interior is not amazing either, but I don't want to ruin it anymore and ruin the floors with a bunch of standing water in there. The window seals aren't that great. That is the highest point on the car cover, so I'd be really surprised. The reason I spent $180 on this car cover was because it's one of the only ones that said it was actually waterproof. Is it going to wear paint? Is it going to flap around so much that it's going to wear down paint? Don't worry, the paint's not that great on the truck either. But if it's going to make it worse, that's not a very good car cover. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of a closer look at it. Cover itself, the texture is actually really good. It's thicker material. You can definitely tell there's more quality built into it. Stitching looks nice. I like how it has this ridge here that comes up and tapers to the roof line. It's a little bit looser than I would like, but I can understand I didn't buy an exactly custom fit model for this truck. It's designed for the dimensions, width, and lengthwise. It does fit really well, but a little extra material. I mean, for 180 bucks, I figured it'd be a little bit better, but it's not bad. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm complaining about it, let's just be honest. Underneath, material is pretty good. It still feels water resistant. I mean, you can tell underneath here, it's still dry. It's been running for a few hours. The elastic on it, it's got a good stretch. Very double stitched, both sides. Now, a few features they added to this truck that I didn't know I wanted was where they have this pocket where you latch these together in. Is it how it's got this little flap here for it to go in? So this plastic part does not touch the vehicle at all. I like that. An extra stitching to reinforce everything here. These being plastic, I don't know how I feel about that, but they are tucked up on there pretty well where it's going to be out of the sun and the direct heat. So it's going to keep it lasting longer. Now, typical truck problems, the bed ends up filling up with water. Now, the way I mitigate this is I actually leave the tailgate down on the truck, and this is normally all the way over it. And without this being here, the water will pool and this run right out, keep it collecting. But I want to give it the best chance possible of surviving the hurricane. I'm going to put the tailgate back up and let this sag down because I want the water to pool in it to keep tension in here so that way it doesn't flap around as much. Give you a quick look about like the paint job on this thing. See, it's already missing a couple spots. Like there. All those were there before this cover went on, so we can't blame that on them. But I'm more concerned about the sides. See how well they hold up. The sides are in better condition here. If I get paint worn off of here, they'll tell me that it's rubbing pretty good and there's a problem there. Now, one issue I ran into with the sealskin cover as it came was actually these plastic covers here. Now mine, this one was smashed up, so this pops out real easy. So when I put this in, it doesn't take much force to come out. It pops out pretty easily. And you don't give me a place to tuck this up into. I got to kind of wrap it around this to keep it from blowing in the breeze. A little nylon strap or something that goes around it that can slide to hold the excess would have been nice. For a premium cover like this, these are little things that Sealskin, you guys should have done better. Sides fit well, even with the step side back there and the extra wide tire. It does fit the truck very well with the mirrors and everything. Let's see how well she survives during the hurricane. While I wait for impending doom, let's go look at some of the other things it came with. This is the car cover case that it came with. Same material that it is made out of, so which is nice. I don't know if I'll be able to fit it back in here, but we'll find out. Safety cable, because I bought the premium version. It came with it. You can buy this separately, but I'll be honest, I wouldn't. This is terrible. What is this? This is a joke. I can cut this with a pair of wire cutters. No problem. Just snip. No power tools needed. I don't even know why you would even bother using this. Came with a nylon cable, and I don't even know what this piece of patch cover is for. I don't even know what this is for. There's nothing on the instructions about it. Didn't even know it was coming with it. And my favorite thing out of the whole thing, this lock. It's even worse than the actual safety cable. I wouldn't use this for anything. This is terrible. If I'm covering something like my Camaro, who spent a lot of time and love, and I'm taking the time to spend this much money on the cover, this is not stopping anybody from anything, especially if it's attached to this. I mean, click, I'm done. Guess I'll see you guys after the storm. Okay, we got a nice pool of water, keeping it weighed down. Okay, exposed to plate. It looks like the water filled up. It's pulled it up, but that's okay. I'm okay with the bumper being exposed. So far, so good.
More than 100,000 already waking up without power. On Florida's East Coast, topping 75 miles per hour.
This is the state we're at. Just there to do the best that I can on here, as I had a storm right now, so it's still pretty windy. Pulled this up a little bit, not a big deal. I'm like, all right, that's fine. It's still good. Guess I can't. She stayed buckled. So that's a huge plus. Yeah, she's getting a lot of air in there. Storm is officially over, and now we get to finally look at this. But still, the most impressive thing out of the whole thing is this. I will say this is waterproof. I give you my pool. That was a lot of water. All right, looking at the rest of the sink. This kind of came up a little bit for the storm, but that was with the water pushing back on it. But so far, all things, it's survived. I haven't found a single tear. I don't see any tears in this thing anywhere. It's good. I unhooked all the latches for this so I can get it up. I mean, the elastic still got a good stretch on it. Everything's all dry. Let's see. All the latches stayed. I figured if anything's gonna tear, it would be here. It's all good. That looks solid. Yo, I am so far really, really happy with this cover. Now the big part I want to know, is it dry on the inside? Oh, this is dry. It's dry up here. Continue unraveling this thing. All right, big moment. Is it dry inside? That is 100% dry. Completely dry. Sealskin, you have a good product. it did a fantastic job. It kept the truck dry. It kept the interior dry. It did not wear paint. It held on. I had sustained 73-mile-an-hour winds here in Melbourne, Florida. This thing beelined right for us. And this cover held up. It took it like a champ. No issues whatsoever through the whole thing. But it's got a few things that I'm not thrilled about. Number one, it's not marked front or rear. And it can go front or back, it doesn't matter. But having a nice orientation for front and rear with like all the clips that clip underneath and everything would be a huge plus. That way I don't have to constantly readjust them if I happen to accidentally put it on backwards or something. Small little detail that I really wish for the price, it had it on there. It's real simple, front, rear, you put it on the same way every time and you have no issues whatsoever. Said before, straps, I got no place for the straps to hold on to tie into, they just flap in the wind. That's annoying. For a quality cover, it should have some place for me to slide it, tuck it, a rubber band, something. I'm nitpicking, it survived a flippin' hurricane. I don't know how many other car covers would have lasted without tearing, ripping, not wearing paint. They just did a good job. It is a good quality cover. I highly recommend one. I'm not sponsored by anybody with this, but until next time, go work on your own cars. Peace.